Well, folks, we have once again come full circle with everything Donald Trump, and we are now back to the, if the poll doesn't show me winning, then it's obviously a fake news poll. Recently, multiple different polls have shown President Biden beating Donald Trump in a hypothetical head-to-head matchup by 4 points. We have now had several of those polls, not just one, it's not an outlier poll. That is where things are trending right now. So yesterday, Donald Trump, I guess apparently for the first time, saw one of these polls, got pissed off, and he took to Truth Social where he told his supporters to reject reality and embrace the fiction that Donald Trump has in his own brain. Here is what Trump said. The Quinnipiac poll Fox News keeps showing on Trump versus Biden is not just an old poll, it is a bad poll. You know what? I can't even continue yet because I've got to go ahead and just debunk everything he's saying right there. It's not an old poll. It's literally the newest poll there is. Like, what are you even talking about? Like, it's not new? Well, I mean, is it like just come out right now? No. But did it come out within the last few days and it's the most recent one? Hell yeah. It's a bad poll. Whatever. It undersamples Republicans by 10 points, which means instead of being down 4 points, I'm up 6 points. Other polls show me much higher than that, but Fox News will always attempt, as they did in 2016, to only show negatives on MAGA and Trump. We're winning big. They don't like it. The rhinos don't like it. The Democrats don't like it. But most of all, the Marxists and communists don't like it. Whew, God, everything you just said is wrong. Here's the thing. No, Republicans were not undersampled by 10 points. And even if they were undersampled by 10 points, this is where I finally get to, pull out the old political science degree because I took courses on polling specifically. Here's what happens. If in the course of taking a poll, you are forced to undersample a specific group, either because they're not answering their phone, they're not responding, and you can only get more of the other side than one side, there are actually mathematical equations that you use to compensate for the difference. That's why polls have margins of errors, folks. So even if you're undersampling a sect of the population for whatever kind of poll it is you're attempting to do, you use that equation to extrapolate from the available data and make it apply to a broader base. But of course, when you do that, that information does become slightly less reliable, which is why then you factor in, based on the equation, the margin of error from that. Now, that's boiling down, years of classes into like 20 seconds there. But there are actual equations, just like in physics and in math, you have these equations, these formulas. There is that for polling. So if there were a group that was underpolled, you then go through the actual math process and all these things that I'm sure everybody is currently rolling their eyes about because nobody actually cares about, but you have to understand those things in order to understand why Donald Trump is lying through his teeth right now. There are no polls that show him beating President Biden by more than 6 points. That's not a thing that's happening. And losing by 4 does not mean winning by 6. Like, I think you need to check your math on that because it's just totally fabricated. Like, you're absolutely making stuff up and telling your base this is what you have to believe. And the worst part about it is that base is going to believe it. But in this particular instance, this is one time where it's totally fine if Donald Trump wants to live in his alternative reality because it's only going to cause him major heartbreak in the future. Thanks for watching, everyone, and well, here comes the awkward part at the end of the video where I ask you to like, comment, and share, and subscribe for more content from Ring of Fire. Also, you should consider becoming a member for some exclusive content and perks, including early access videos and exclusive videos. Check out the link in the description.